Alex Eala's redemption tour from Dubai, Indian Wells, to Miami after tough stretch. After a string of setbacks on tour, Alex Eala is not backing down. She's gearing up for a determined comeback. The Filipina tennis ace has vowed to bounce back from her recent losses as she prepares for a demanding stretch on the WTA calendar. Beginning with the WTA 1000 Dubai Tennis Championships on February 15. Eala, currently ranked number 40 in the world, admitted that her early exit at the Qatar Open was a tough pill to swallow. But rather than dwell on the disappointment, the 19-year-old standout is channeling that frustration into motivation. Dubai presents an immediate opportunity for redemption. The WTA 1000 event gathers some of the tour's elite, offering both high-stakes competition and crucial ranking points. For Eala, it is more than just another tournament. It is a platform to reassert her momentum and re-establish her rhythm against top-tier opponents. Following her Middle East campaign, Eala will head to the United States for the prestigious Sunshine Double, one of the most grueling and celebrated back-to-back stretches in professional tennis. She is set to compete at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, California from March 4th to 15th, widely regarded as the fifth Grand Slam due to its star-studded field and grand-scale atmosphere. From there, she will immediately transition to the Miami Open, running from March 17 to 29. Both tournaments are WTA 1000 events, meaning the stakes and the competition are equally high. For Eala, the upcoming schedule is not merely about results. It is about resilience. The Filipina trailblazer has steadily climbed the rankings in recent seasons, earning recognition for her aggressive baseline play, court intelligence, and composure under pressure. However, as with any young player navigating the upper tiers of the tour, consistency remains a work in progress. The road ahead will test her physically and mentally. Hard courts in Dubai, the desert conditions of Indian Wells, and the humidity of Miami all present different challenges. But if anything has defined Eala's career so far, it is her ability to adapt and fight through adversity. With valuable ranking points on the line and national pride fueling her campaign, Eala enters this pivotal stretch determined to turn setbacks into stepping stones. The comeback bid begins in Dubai, and the Filipina star is ready to make it count. Tennis redemption on the horizon. Alex Eala's journey from setbacks to stardom. Alex Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino tennis phenomenon, has always played with a rare mix of power, poise, and fearless ambition. But even the most gifted athletes encounter rough patches. And for Eala, a recent series of tough results tested her mettle. Yet now, rather than shrinking from those challenges, she's gearing up for what she calls a redemption tour, a chance to prove not just to the world, but to herself, that setbacks can be fuel for resurgence. Dubai, the first spark of a comeback. Eala's campaign begins in Dubai, at one of the WTA's most competitive hard-court events. Following a painful early exit at the Qatar Open, which she called a tough pill to swallow, Dubai represents an immediate opportunity to reset. It's not merely about wins or losses, but reclaiming momentum, easing back into match intensity, and rediscovering the belief that defines champions. For a young player growing up in the upper tiers of the tour, such tournaments are more than just another checklist item in a calendar. They're psychological lifelines. Playing elite opponents early tests resilience, sharpens strategy, and reveals where improvements are needed. For Eala, the desert courts of Dubai are ground zero for rebuilding confidence, a place to convert frustration into fierce focus. Indian Wells, the fifth slam, beckons from the Middle East. Eala heads west to California for the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells, colloquially known as the fifth Grand Slam. This tournament is colossal, not just in scale, but in its intensity, depth of field, and pressure. Legends and rising stars collide here. There is no hiding. Indian Wells isn't just a spectacle, it's a litmus test. It's where aspiring greats often first feel the authentic rhythm of top-level tennis. The long rallies, the mental ping-pong, and the expectation to sustain excellence day after day. For Eala, inclusion in this draw signals faith in her abilities and a chance to prove that her recent dip isn't a trend, but a phase she's ready to surpass. It's also an environment that demands adaptability. The desert winds, the large stadium courts, and the unforgiving sun all test physical conditioning and tactical maturity. More than just results, This is where Eala can redefine how she competes, not just as a youthful prodigy with flashes of brilliance, but as a consistent threat against the sport's very best. Miami, echoes of history and the call of redemption. If there's one place that might feel especially poignant for Eala, it's the Miami Open, the final stop on this redemption trail. Back in 2025, Eala electrified the tennis world with a breakout run there that was nothing short of historic. As a wild card ranked outside the top 100, she defeated multiple Grand Slam champions, including Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys, en route to the semifinals, becoming the first Filipina ever to beat multiple top 25 players at a single event and to reach the semifinals of a WTA 1000 event. That run wasn't just about victories, it was about belief. It showed the world what Eala could do at her absolute best: fearless shot-making, razor-sharp intensity, and a heart that seemed to beat in perfect rhythm with the moment. For many Filipinos and fans across Asia, her success was more than surprising. It was inspirational, a declaration that tennis greatness can emerge from anywhere. Now, as Eala prepares to revisit Miami after a demanding lead-up in Dubai and Indian Wells, it's more than a return, it's a chance for closure, refinement, and reassertion. She's not chasing the memory of past glory, she's racing toward a future where consistency becomes her identity. The Miami courts, once the stage of her magnificent breakthrough, are where she can convert lessons into legacy. More than matches. A story of grit and growth. What makes this redemption tour compelling isn't just the locations or dates. It's the journey of an athlete navigating growth under the spotlight. Early in her career, Eala showed flashes of brilliance, power, footwork, and a left-handed spin that trouble even the craftiest opponents. But tennis, like life, demands balance, aggression and patience, boldness and discipline. Her struggles earlier this season, early losses, tighter margins, and the frustrating gaps between her potential and her results, are not signs of decline. They're part of a young star pushing past comfort and into maturity. The Dubai to Miami stretch will test her endurance, adaptability, and emotional resilience. It's a marathon squeezed into a sprint-like schedule, a true test of her readiness to cement herself among the tour's elite, the heart of a champion. What's most inspiring about this journey, and what makes this redemption narrative feel real, is Eala's mindset. She hasn't shied away from adversity. Instead of retreating after tough matches, she's confronting them head-on. She's treating every match as an opportunity to refine her craft and prove that setbacks do not define potential, effort does. That resilience is not just technical, it's deeply personal. Carrying the hopes of a nation, especially one